Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Fandom Fights. I am your host, Tim Bracala, joined today by Mr. Two Hig. Two, how are you?
Good, brah.
Hey, I see what you did there. We got a good match for you tonight. We got Albert, Matthew, teammates and other things now coming here. They're faction mates. They're coming here to play each other. Matthew beat Alex last time in a very, very good match. A crazy match. Lots of twists and turns in that one. Albert did something recently, and I don't remember what it was. The last time we saw him, the 5-way? Was that the last time we saw him?
But you really don't remember? Yeah.
I didn't know. I couldn't remember if he played. Well, because he just played he just contended for the team's belts. I didn't know if he had played another singles match.
Oh, he did not know. He is here today because he was the runner-up in the 5-way.
Thank you. But like we said, just challenged for the team's belts. Was the runner-up in that 5-way contenders match earlier this year. So we got a couple really good players here tonight, and I'm honestly super excited because they've both been on fire. Matthew also having some good teams luck this year as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this shakes out. Any thoughts, Nick, before the promos?
I don't think you said it all. Should be fun.
Beautiful. Well, let's hit those promos right now.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to a really great match with Albert. Ever since he brought me into the league, I wanted to face him in either Fandom or Warzone. So I'm just happy to do it now, and we'll see who comes out on top. We're, teammates and faction mates and really good friends. So I'm just very excited.
All right, so I'm playing Matthew today. I've known him for several years now in real life. We're good friends, like he said. But, I'm playing him, so I need some motivation. I need some anger to try to defeat him. So the most recent thing I can think of, he told me to manage him against Alex. That was really stressful. I don't like that at all. He put me under pressure to challenge stuff. I don't like that too. So I'm going to use that to fuel my anger. And just like a rat catcher right there, I'm going to manage him to his defeat today by defeating him in trivia. That does not make sense at all. Let's just deal with it. All right, let's go.
Nick, interesting promos. Matthew, a gentleman as always. Albert, the more and more we see him, the sassier he gets. He acknowledged the TV today, Nick. What'd you think?
He did acknowledge. It was a lovely TV. I know you said Matthew was a gentleman, but I bet Matthew knows Albert's inner workings like no other. And he knows that by saying, like, oh, we're going to have a fun match and me and Albert are best friends, he knows that fuels Albert's anger. Or he was just a gentleman. But either way, good promo.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's get into the match right now. Nick, how does round number 1 work?
Round number 1 is going to work like this. Each player will get 10 questions in the realm of Fandom Fights. You'll have 15 seconds to write your answer down. At the end of 15 seconds, we will say pens down. You will then reveal your answer and say it aloud. Each correct answer will be worth 1 point apiece. Should any player get all 10 questions correct in round number 1, you would receive a bonus question. Each player will have 3 repeats, 1 challenge for the entirety of the match. Players, any questions?
All okay. Right. Nick, what's question 1?
Question number 1 will come in the category of fandom quotes. In which Brosnan Bond film will you hear the quote, "The distance between insanity and genius is measured only by success"?
Success is an interesting word. It's something that, hard to come by in these days, success. But you know what? Fortune favors the bold, and you get success that way. So, success. 5.
Sure.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Feeling philosophical today. Let's go to Matthew.
I said die another day.
And Albert.
I said tomorrow never dies.
Tomorrow never dies is correct. So Albert will take the 1-point lead as we get into your next question. In Worlds of DC, in Birds of Prey, what does Harley use as a weapon while fighting Black Mask's men inside the booby trap? The booby trap. I love the way he says that in the movie. Take it into the booby trap.
There's a scene earlier where he's like talking about some shrunken heads, and he's like,
"Ew,
Gombi tribe. Oh, look at his tiny head." I love it. Ew.
Ew. 2, 1. Pens down. He's so good in that movie. Albert
A big hammer?
and Matthew.
I said a mallet.
I would take both of those. Yeah, big hammer, mallet. Yeah. So Matthew on the board. Albert up 2-1. What's next?
Your next question will come in the category of DC. In the Lego Batman movie, what specifically does Batman claim to Alfred is his greatest fear, which appears at the very end of the movie, just before the credits?
Nick, I know it was hard for you to say the word Batman. Are you okay?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, because I didn't like the thing. Yeah, it's whatever.
Well, to be fair, did you hate the movie or did you were disappointed?
I was really disappointed, and I had like several other movies not come out prior to it. I probably would have been like, oh, okay, this is pretty good.
Pens down. Yeah, that's fair. Pens down, please. Matthew, we'll go to you.
I don't know. I said someone killing parents.
Albert.
Couldn't think anything, so I wrote chickens.
Both incorrect. We were looking for snake clowns. Snake clowns. All right. Your next question is going to come in the category of horror icons. How many Nightmare on Elm Street films feature the character Alice Johnson? I don't like the name Alice ever since I saw that one movie.
Still Alice?
Yeah, that is actually what I was going to say. So not actually, but 5. I wanted you to say Alice in Wonderland. 3.
Yeah, I thought that as
1.
well.
Pens down, but still Alice was where I was going. Let's go to Albert
2.
and Matthew.
I also went 2.
2 is correct. What's next?
All right, your next question will come in the category of DreamWorks animation. Chloe Bennett voices the lead character in which DreamWorks animated film?
You think next year we should bring in DreamWorks live action, or are you still against it?
No, because Shawshank's in it, right?
Is that DreamWorks?
I thought someone said that at one point or another.
It's definitely possible. I know that Saving Private Ryan is 5.
Ah,
4.
yeah, bring him in.
2.
We'll get rid of
1.
MCU.
Pens down. Let's go to Matthew
Abominable.
and Albert.
Abominable.
Abominable is correct. Delightful little film. All right. Your next question is going to be in scores and soundtracks. Who composed the score for Battle for the Planet of the Apes? Last time you had to battle someone. Go.
There was that triple threat that you were there.
Nice.
I guess more recently, a drunk teenager
Ooh.
swatted my food, ran away.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Albert
Leonard Rosenman?
and Matthew.
I didn't know. I said Jerry Goldsmith.
Leonard Rosenman is correct. So Albert will take a 2-point lead, 5-3. What is next, Nick?
Your next question come in the category of Middle Earth. What is the only type of creature that we see Bilbo kill in the Desolation of Smaug? I almost called it the Middle Earth.
The Middle Earth. I
Yeah.
like it.
Next question, the category of the Middle Earth.
Nothing like the Middle Earth. 5,
Is it
Four.
multiple?
3,
Specify.
2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Matthew
I didn't know. I said orc.
and Albert.
I said spider.
Spider is correct. All right, guys. Your next question is going to be in Star Wars. Name 3 people that have directed a main series trilogy Star Wars film. I know we've talked about this before, and I can't quite remember back to the last question how you said it, but are you a Smaug or a Smog type person?
Smaug, because smog is air pollution.
Yes. Not a fan of that.
But I guess, dragon kind of does that.
It's fair. I guess we should leave a little extra time on this one.
Yeah, how about you slow your roll there?
Sorry. Trying to pull a fast one on them. 5, 4,
That sounded like you were creating smog.
1. Pens down. Okay. Albert.
George Lucas, Ryan Johnson, J.J. Abrams.
And Matthew.
George Lucas, J.J. Abrams, Ryan Johnson.
Both are correct.
All right, as we move to your penultimate question, which comes in the category of Marvel. In what kind of location is Dave's father killed in Kick-Ass 2?
Yeah, this is a what? What?
You got that thing on the...
Oh yeah, I thought you were. What are you doing? Like,
Look at my
House of
text,
Gucci.
Tim.
I thought you were doing the House of Gucci. But
That's what that means.
Father, Son, and House of Gucci. 5,
Maybe I should have seen that movie.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Matthew
I said restaurant.
and Albert.
Prison.
You would take that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we can take that. All right. So Albert leads 8-4 as we get into the final question of the round, which is in Disney live action. In The Finest Hours, Miriam asks Bernie to marry him at what type of event? Marry her, sorry. I don't know how to speak today. I don't know how to read. I wrote this question. I don't even know what the hell I'm
It
doing.
said that and you changed it.
Yeah, I know.
Do we address the previous question or do we just sort of let it go?
I mean, I was thinking more, were you wanting the specific with like inside the cell? And so that's why you
Oh, no. Okay.
I get the other thing. It's fine.
All right, great.
Ah, fucking over it. 5, 4,
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Albert
Wedding party.
and Matthew.
I said wedding.
Both incorrect. It is a dance. A dance. So, final score of round 1. I got Albert up 8-4.
Correct.
All have their repeats. All have their challenges as we get into round number 2. And Nick, I'm going to make you explain how round number 2 works.
Well, I don't want to. Okay, fine. Round number 2 is the wheel round. It's going to work like this. There are 8 fandom categories on a wheel, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. Each player will get a spin at the wheel. If they like what they spin the first time, they can keep it. If not, they can choose to spin again, but they will be forced to keep what they spin the second time. You'll get 5 questions in the chosen category, each worth 2 points apiece, unless you would like to check down the multiple choice, in which case they will only be worth 1. And everyone be on the lookout as stealing is available in round number 2. Any questions? Tim, what's on the wheel?
On the wheel today. The wheel brought to you by Best Buy. It reads my mind. You got Disney Animation, DC, Pixar, MCU, Star Trek, Marvel, Wizarding World, and Alien vs. Predator. So, Albert, you are in the lead. Would you like to spin first or defer to Matthew?
I think I'll make Matthew spin first.
All right. Sounds good. Matthew, this is going to be your spin. It lands on DC. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
I'll spin again.
All right. This is what you are stuck with. And it lands on opponent's choice. So, Albert, do you need the options again?
Yeah, let's take a look at the options.
All right. Disney Animation, DC, Pixar, MCU, Star Trek, Marvel, Wizarding World, Alien vs. Predator.
Let's give him Star Trek.
Okay. Matthew, you're going to get your questions in the category of Star Trek. Nick, would you like to administer said questions?
Sure, Matthew, you're prepared. Are you prepared for your questions in the category of Star Trek?
Sure.
Sorry, Matthew.
Your first question.
With the nicer.
Which Star Trek film is the only one to feature actor Stephen Collins?
I'll go multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options. Is it A, Star Trek the Motion Picture, B, Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home, C, Star Trek Nemesis, or D, Star Trek Beyond?
Let's go with C.
C is incorrect. Albert, chance for a 1-point steal. Is it A, Star Trek the Motion Picture, B, Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home, C, Star Trek Nemesis, or D, Star Trek Beyond?
The motion picture.
That is correct for a 1-point steal. All right, Matthew, your second question. How many films feature the character David Marcus?
Five, 4, 3, 2.
2.
2 is correct for 2 points. All right. Your next question. In Star Trek Nemesis, Troy and Riker plan to have their honeymoon on what planet?
I'll go multiple choice.
All right. Your multiple choice options is A, Nimbus 4, B, Beta Z, C, Nibiru, or D, Amargosa?
I'll go A.
A is incorrect. Albert, chance for a 1-point steal. Is it A, Nimbus 4, B, Beta Z, C, Nibiru, or D, Amargosa?
Beta Z.
That is correct for a 1-point steal. Right. Matthew, your penultimate question in Star Trek. What gift does Scotty give to Jayla at the end of Star Trek Beyond?
Multiple choice.
Okay, your multiple choice options is A, glasses, B, Romulan ale, C, a new boombox, or D, acceptance into Starfleet Academy?
I'll go B.
B is incorrect. Albert, chance for a 1-point steal. Is it A, glasses, B, Romulan ale, C, a new boombox, or D, acceptance into Starfleet Academy?
D.
D is correct for a 1-point steal. All right. And Matthew, your final question. Which member of Picard's crew helps Data install his emotions chip in Star Trek Generations?
Multiple choice.
Okay. Is it A, Deanna Troi, B, Will Riker, C, Worf, or D, Geordi LaForge?
Let's go with C.
C is incorrect. Albert, chance for a 1-point steal. Is it A, Deanna Troi, B, Will Riker, C, Worf, or D, Geordi LaForge?
Geordi LaForge. D.
That is correct for a 1-point steal.
All right, so Matthew gets his total up to 6, but Albert with the steals is up to 12. Is that what you have?
That is what I have.
Okay, so we will bring back the wheel for Albert's spin. Albert, your spin is in. Lands on MCU. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
Sorry, I froze there. I'll take it.
Okay. All right, Albert, I will give you your questions in the category of the MCU. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right, your first question. Which MCU film features characters riding around in mining pods, crashing into the people attacking them?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
That is correct for 2 points. Your second question. In Eternals, the first time Cersei successfully transforms a living creature, she turns a deviant into what?
A tree.
That is correct for 2 points. Your next question, Albert. Who plays Baron Zemo in Captain America: Civil War?
Daniel Bruhl.
That is correct for 2 points. Your penultimate question, Albert. What is the name of the weapon Malekith is after in Thor: The Dark World?
The weapon. The ether?
And your winner by way of knockout, Albert Wiradharma. That is correct. The ether was the correct answer. Nick, what'd you think of the match?
Good match. Nothing you can do when you spin opponent's choice, and the guy you're playing knows your every strength and weakness like the back of his hand. This is essentially what happened today. Were I in Albert's place and were you in Matthew's, I would have done the same thing and given you some
I feel like that's happened to us. I feel like it has happened to us where we've done that to each other. We go, sorry, Tim, or sorry, Nick. I feel like it's happened. But yes, it was a great match, and Matthew did a great job in round one. It's just like you said, when you're playing against your buddy, that shit happens when you spin that opponent's choice. So we'll first bring in Matthew. Matthew, great job today, but unfortunately, just opponent's choice. It's hit all of us at least once. I feel like. How are you feeling about your performance overall?
It sucks. Star Trek is like one of the biggest categories that I haven't started yet watching through yet, and I just haven't had time at all like the past couple of days just to study for this match. So unfortunately, Albert, he knows what my strengths and weaknesses are. So yeah, it's just sucks that I had to go down that way.
Yeah. Matthew, this does mean that you're out of this little picture that we have going on, but anybody else that you want to play coming up in the season?
No, I'm I'm fine with anybody.
Great.
Nick, anything you want to add?
Just the next time we'll see you, Matthew, we will see you in the tournament. So
awesome.
It'll be a fun time.
Yeah. All right, Matthew, we will see you then in the summer tournament. Let's go over and talk to Albert. Albert, another KO added to your record. I believe this is the second, if I'm not mistaken. KO added, or is it the first?
Third.
The third? Motherfucker. Okay. Albert, you're getting very good at this. You were already very good at this, and now you're extremely good at this. How are you feeling about your performance?
I feel good about the performance. I feel bad for the KO because it's against Matthew. I mentioned in the opening that I'm managing him to his defeat, but like rats and Ratcatcher are actually friends, so that's in the reality, the fact of it. But it's it sucks playing a friend like this, but I mean, I gotta do what I gotta do.
Am I mistaken, or is the rat that you put in there Remy?
It is.
Okay.
This is the little chef.
He's holding. I just realized that he's holding the cheese. Yeah. There's no cheese in the Suicide Squad there. Albert, this does mean that you're moving on. Nick, can we shed light on what's next for Albert?
We can indeed, Albert. Prior to this, you playing in this match, you were in a number one contenders match against 4 other people. You won the right to compete for the title in the next title picture, this current one, which is why you played today. In order to be nice, you will have 3 less people to play in this next number one contender match, which you will be in against the winner of the match last week, your very own manager, Caleb Coho.
Oh, okay. Can he still manage me?
Sure. I wouldn't take his advice.
No. That's some family bullshit right there. If you want to do it, I mean.
Yeah, I've never played Coho in singles, so this should be interesting. He knows me pretty much like I know Matthew, so that will be we'll see what happens there.
Yeah. No, I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, we've both played him in singles. If you want any tips, you come hit us up. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I love you, Coho. But Albert, great job today. Congrats on another knockout to the record. We'll see you soon in that contender match. I forgot it was a contender match. Jesus. So now we know Albert and Coho going up against each other. Winner of that, go on to play Joe for the title. So we got a spicy season here, Nick. I'm pumped. Anything you want to wrap up with?
I need some milk because it's so spicy.
Ooh, get it. I get
Sorry.
it. All right. Well, great job. Thank you to Matthew and Albert. Thank you to Nick. I've been Tim. We'll see you real soon with another match. Bye.
We are so glad you came. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye now. Bye. Bye-bye. Remember, please discard all candy wrappers and popcorn containers in the nearest trash receptacle. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye. Okay. Are they all gone? Is everybody gone? Huh? Good.